Reaction today! What do we got ourselves today? Well, we have the painful death of Xbox. Guys, Xbox or PlayStation? The good old question. If you say Xbox, you're coping nowadays though. Put a cap on your head whenever you say Xbox in the console wars. You do be tripping.
Just 1 year ago, I made a video called The Never-Ending Decline of Xbox, which was a follow-up to The Decline of Xbox.
Exactly. What do you think is gonna be this video about? The third decline of Xbox.
Could have possibly happened in the last year to warrant a third entry in this franchise?
A major layoff for most departments at Xbox.
I killed them.
Yeah. Perfect Dark. I don't think anybody would have played that game anyway. It was gonna be a flop and they realized it.
Killed them all.
9,000 employees, yep.
They're dead. And the children, too.
But what am I supposed to title
The children.
this? What's longer than never-ending? Eternal? The everlasting decline? I'm running out of names over here, because it's time for another episode in the series that never ends.
Guys, when do you think Xbox is gonna make a comeback? Never? Are they down in the swamp and never gonna be able to get out of it? Do you guys think they're gonna come back? I'm very reluctant to say so, but hey, maybe eventually they'll do something, but I don't see it coming anytime soon.
A world where nothing is solved.
This is a world where nothing is solved.
Let's go,
You see,
Matthew
last year
McConaughey.
Microsoft closed Tango Gameworks, the creators of Hi-Fi Rush, a critically acclaimed action beat-em-up rhythm title.
Yeah, they were critically acclaimed, but unfortunately, the most important thing about that is the sales of copies, and I think they underperform. That is the reason for the layoff. So it is what it is. Hey, your game is cool, but people are not buying it, so goodbye.
That was one of the most
Sayonara.
unique games Xbox had put out in years. It was a huge controversy because it showed that it doesn't matter to Microsoft how good of a video game you make. They'll knock your fucking teeth in and kick you to the curb.
Congratulations, sir! You have just given me my $1 million!
Great. Well, what do I win?
Nothing! Now get out!
What?
Get the fuck out!
Around that time, Microsoft
Get the
have also laid off a ton of other staff across their Xbox divisions and shut down 3 other studios. Now you'd think today I'd be celebrating my newfound powers of foresight in being able to predict that this would happen again. Personally, I'm actually a huge fan of unemployment and outsourcing jobs to AI pig slop. Please, more AI slop. Let me keep consuming. You'd think I'd be
Let's go.
searching my ancestry history to see if I'm related to Nostradamus. But the truth is, anyone could have predicted what Microsoft and Xbox have just done. What is that, you ask? Well, let's just say cancel culture's making a comeback. Microsoft just canceled so many games, it's gonna make your fucking head spin. Games from Rare?
Everwild. Guys, have you seen the trailer for these games? Maybe Perfect Dark would have had a chance. Everwild, I don't think they would at all.
ZeniMax, The Initiative? Layoffs have hit Raven Software, like Call of Duty?
Call of Duty was questionable. Like Call of Duty is the money maker.
Sledgehammer?
No!
How many people did they just lay off?
Over 9,000!
That's a good one.
What, 9,000?
I don't know about you, man, but I think Microsoft earned that DBZ reference. And
Let's
this
go.
comes at the most inopportune time. Like, it's the worst look for
Why?
Microsoft right now.
Why is that? Why is that a big deal? Why now? What's the issue? I don't see it. Why?
I would be more angry if it wasn't so fucking funny. All these layoffs, studio shutdowns, game cancellations come
Yeah.
right as the Stop Killing Games initiative has seen
What does it have to do with it? What does that have to do with it?
widespread universal support from basically every single gamer on the
Okay, what does it? I don't see the correlation.
planet. Every single gaming content creator, journalist, developer, and publication. Literally just a week ago, I had this bit Hi there, I'm a soulless corporate CEO. Yes, this includes your precious video games. We're gonna keep killing them, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. Remarkable how well this has aged in just a week. Just to put this in perspective, okay? They laid off over 9,000 people. That's more than the entire staff currently working at Nintendo.
I mean, maybe they overemployed a lot of people as well. They made a huge mistake employing that many people, considering the fact that, you know, the exclusive released on Xbox were a joke. The Xbox console was a joke. Wasn't even close to performing to the same caliber as PlayStation or Nintendo Switch 2. So, you know, I mean, isn't this, you know, couldn't people see it coming?
What are you doing? What is going on in your mind?
Why don't we check in on Nintendo? They gotta be doing something wrong, right? To counter rising development costs, Nintendo is going to explore making games with shorter development cycles? What? They're also making investments in their development teams to preserve the way they've always.
I don't think this is the best of choices Nintendo is doing. To counter rising development cost, Nintendo is going to explore making games with the shorter development cycles. I mean, they started doing that with the Pokemon titles, and let me tell you, have you seen Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Bro, that shit is undercooked as hell.
Always made games?
I don't believe it!
This isn't possible. You're supposed to fire people and get rid of them once they've served their purpose. What do you mean you're not firing 9,000 people to save money and make quarterly profits look...
Hey, let's keep the context in mind. They probably employed a bunch of people during COVID. Then, because a lot of people were staying at home buying consoles. Now that COVID is over, nobody's doing that no more. So where all these people that were needed back then required? They're required on the streets, that is. Get them out of my sight.
Better for shareholders.
I sincerely doubt the employees who fear that they may be laid off will be able to develop software titles that could impress people. Yep. He has no... Yeah, obviously, if you provide value, nobody's gonna go around for your job.
Invest in teams? Like people? Human beings? Those things are obsolete. We have robots now. We have
Let's
robots.
go,
Goodbye, humans. Goodbye, your life.
Bye-bye, the flesh is cringe.
Doesn't
Get
matter
out.
anymore.
Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose.
Whoa,
What the heck,
that's a pixelated
Nintendo?
guy.
You're not allowed to release a new Donkey Kong 3D platformer? That genre's supposed to be dead. We tried to kill it when we acquired Banjo-Kazooie. Mom, he's cheating. Nintendo's cheating again. It is an absolute bloodbath over at Xbox. And with that,
Let's get to the kills.
Coming back to his point, stop killing games. I don't see the correlation still, even after he explained it. It's like, wow, so there's managers included in this, software developers, corporations. I haven't seen that. In order of it is, yes, Xbox, the layoffs, I think it was, no matter how people want to see it, I feel it was a good choice for them. They're going down regardless of whether or not they get a bunch of people laid off, and you know, hey, your products are underperforming. Something has to be done.
okay, you remember when I did that Best of Games 2024 video, and like each month we had a little layoff counter? Bro, get this. Microsoft has collectively laid off over 15,000 employees since May of 2025. In 2 months, they've laid off more people just at Microsoft than the entire video game industry did in 2024. They're going for the record. Has Xbox considered laying one person off instead of thousands? Preach! Fellas, I think it's time to face facts. Phil Spencer, he might be the bad guy.
Why is that?
Excellent work, Sledgehammer. The shareholders will be pleased.
Profit margins are my responsibility.
Was your responsibility. Now it is mine. A bloody fate awaits you and the rest of your incompetent teams. And I, Phil Spencer, chieftain of the layoffs, will send you to it.
When Satya learns of this, he will take your head.
When he learns. Fool. He ordered me to do it.
No! Done with you.
At least 5 employees were laid off. The mood at Halo Studios is tense, especially when it comes to one project that was recently in crisis.
Let's be honest. Halo has been a shit show for like they should have fired the entire team after Halo 4. And they decided, you know what, let's give them another chance. Then Halo 5 came in and it was, oh, guess what? It was still shit. Oh, then Halo Infinite came in and it was like, okay, it was a bit better. But that should have been Halo 4. And Halo 5 should have been twice as good as that title. People have been alienated by how bad the Halo genre has been handled by this studio. What are these people doing? They should be... This 343, in my opinion, that studio should be gone a long time ago. All of them laid off.
Shit
They are incompetent.
in Delta Halo. A new Halo game in crisis?
I don't believe it!
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Since 2023, there's been a general shift towards working with contracted studios rather than individual contractors to speed up Halo production. Developer says Microsoft is trying their damnedest to replace as many jobs as they can with AI agents. I told you this was gonna happen. Referencing a lot of videos. I made one about how AI is going to ruin video games.
Look, AI is the future. That's the way it goes. If it saves a lot of costs, why do you think the companies are gonna go for it? I mean, I just explained it while like describing, you know, you just earn, you save money. Okay? Why would you need 20 employees when you can have only one of them that uses ChatGPT to replace all the workload of the other 19? Huh? Like, I understand it sounds awful, blah, blah, blah. Let's be honest here. If you would be in the shoes of a CEO, would you give a shit? Would you gotta get shit about how many employees you got? No, what you care about is how much money you make, okay? How much money you make. You making no money? Why you need all these people? Fuck them out. The door is out.
I tried to warn you.
I warned you, but did you listen to me? Oh, no, you know.
But suffice to say, the core reason for all of these studio shutdowns, game cancellations, and layoffs, just keep this in the back of your head. This is all because of a massive $80 billion investment in AI. They gotta scrape together that money somehow.
Okay, I see. So they made this huge investment, and I think on top of this huge investment, yes, I think I agree with this one point, but I also will agree would say that a secondary point would be the underperformance of all their products, and the fact that they needed to invest in this AI to come back from the pit hole they went as a risky move they did, and they wouldn't have had to appeal for that if their employees would have been performing as expected.
And it sure as shit ain't coming from the CEO's paycheck. God bless your heart, Satoru Iwata. Yeah, this new Halo Studios that was just created last year hasn't had time to release a single game yet. They're laying people.
Nobody cares. No, I don't care about the new Halo Studios. Bring back Bungie or get lost. You don't have any fucking clue what you're doing with that genre. You don't have any clue, and I don't trust some random new studio to handle this series in a proper way. It's gonna turn out as another like Halo 4 situation. I don't want that no more. Some story that will melt your brain. And some multiplayer that is garbage, bro. They don't understand, these guys, that the Halo is all about this fucking story. They don't understand that. Is that so hard to understand?
Off already, man.
I'm seeking a new role and would appreciate your support. If you hear any opportunities, just want to catch up, please send me a message or comment. I live to recommend.
I mean, bravo. Great sign. Good job, Microsoft. Remember Halo? You guys remember Halo?
Yeah,
Man,
the good Halo.
the killer app for the Xbox.
Exactly.
They don't make appetizers no more. What the fuck are we doing out here? How is this studio already being mismanaged by Microsoft? They need to make cuts. This is, and like...
I mean, they don't trust Halo Studios. Why? Because they had so many fucking chances. Halo Studios, by the way, is another name for 343. They renamed themselves because of the how bad of a blemish they put on the Halo franchise.
4 months ago, Halo Studios posted that they were hiring. Gee, I bet you're gonna get some real top-level talent when your working conditions are so catastrophic.
They had so many chances. They had so many chances. And you come here and tell me that the fifth time would be the one time that they will win. Come on, let's be honest here. They will fucking slap that shit on our faces and say, this is the new Halo game. Do you like it? And it's fucking shit.
Catastrophically volatile. I remember how relying on contracted work for developing Halo Infinite. Remember how that went? They didn't launch the game with a Slayer playlist. Remember that? Remember that? It's almost like if you kick people out the door every 2 years and you rely on contracted work so you don't have to pay them, health benefits and all that. It's almost like that really fucks up the whole process of making a game because nobody is there from start to finish. And then you got a bunch of people coming in with like hand-me-down code.
Yeah, what about Halo 4? What about Halo 4? Did you have contracted work for Halo 4? Did you have contracted work for Halo 5? Let's be honest here, it's a fucking shit show with that genre. I don't trust nobody.
Anyways, I've already
I don't
bitched
trust
about Halo.
nobody.
But that's a common theme here. Games failing to live up to expectations and deliver on promises while under Xbox and Microsoft.
For any FPS going out forward, we will always have split screen in going forward.
Video games are entertainment and they're art. And Microsoft develops entertainment.
Bro, remember when they took out this feature from Halo franchise, the split screen, the iconic split screen in Halo? No, you don't got that no more. Now you have to have another guy keep buying an Xbox to play with him. This shit show of a fucking of a game.
Payment like it's
Bunch
software.
of losers.
And that's the key misunderstanding.
And then people complain why they're left off. I don't know. Maybe you should look at the titles you released and say, we should have put it in the bag a long time ago.
Code in and of itself is not entertainment. It's what that code creates and who creates it. I guess I didn't realize there were enough developers to lay off at Halo Studios after the last round of cuts. Yes, this is the second time they've cut. They don't give a fuck about Halo, bro. I'm just gonna say it. Somebody buy Halo from Microsoft. All right?
Somebody take them out from 343 because they are mismanaging that franchise.
All right, I don't care if this has been the staple go-to Xbox franchise all this time. Somebody fucking buy Halo. Somebody buy it. Get it away. Rip it from the soulless, dead, decaying hands of Microsoft.
Microsoft 343. They are the issues here.
This company fucking sucks. Oh, I'm crashing out today. I'm crashing out, ladies and gentlemen. Because we're not even at the shaft of the iceberg, just the tip. Hey, you guys remember Rareware? Man, those were some good times. 2 decades ago. So Rare had been working on this third-person adventure game called...
Nobody would have played this. I'm sorry. Look at this game. Look, let's watch together. Would you have bought this game? Be honest.
Everwild for about 10 years in development. They started working on this in 2014. I hadn't even posted a video to YouTube back then. To be fair, that's a ridiculous amount of time to be working on a game and have next to nothing to show for it.
Yeah, also that.
Except a couple trailers released 5 years into development. I'd say canceling Everwild at this point, probably the right call. But it was probably the best call to cancel it like maybe 8 years ago.
Yeah, for sure.
Where is Xbox leadership pushing these teams to get something done? What is the philosophy? How does this pipeline work? It clearly doesn't. Maybe it's Rareware leadership. Oh, you mean like Greg Mayles? The most senior designer at Rare who has been there for 35 years? He joined the team since motherfucking Battletoads? You want to put the blame on that guy? I don't think so. Thank you for your contributions, Greg. This fucking sucks. This signals to me that what last vestiges of a soul the core of Rareware had, whatever still remained after Microsoft bought them, it has finally been smothered and killed. Such is the fate of all who follow the path of Microsoft the Soul Destroyer.
Need more souls.
But wait, it gets worse. Somehow it gets worse. Forza Motorsport is
Forza. Who's playing Forza? Be honest with me. Who's playing Forza? If you're going for a franchise, for a car franchise, we all know we got EA getting us covered on that with Need for Speed. And also EA is kind of fumbling on that aspect also. I'm gonna go ahead and say it for the 15th time. The only good car game out there, like solid, realistic car game, I'm not talking about Mario Kart or whatever, I'm talking about realistic car games, is, hold it, Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005. Nothing comes even close.
no more, claims former Turn 10 employee following Microsoft cuts. Though the Horizon series will continue. Turn 10 Studios has shuttered the Forza Motorsport space, and the team is no more. Dude, not even Forza is safe. We are
Whoa, Forza. Whatever.
driving on unpaved rocky ground right now.
You know, the only one that I think, yeah, that was a bad call is Call of Duty.
A very sad day for one of the best car racing video games. I loved my time there. Nope, you're laid off. You're laid off. Nope, you're gone. You're good. Go, go. No, you're deported. Bro, look at this guy's profile picture. It's him playing Forza. Thank goodness we're shedding this top tier, highly passionate talent. Man, who gives a fuck?
I don't know about Forza, bro. I don't know not much to say about it, but one thing I know for sure is that it wasn't that appealing of a car game. And for someone that is not into it, you gotta have a super appealing car game, broad as fuck, if you want to be successful, and most car games are not good at that.
About that guy, right? Look at him. He likes cars.
Lame.
What a jackass. This also from Satya Nadella. New games, new hardware, and new ways to play. As Xbox turns 25 next year, the future of gaming is just getting started. That's right, folks. We're just getting started.
Hey, with these layoffs, I think that will introduce a new level of pressure on the employees to perform, and maybe they'll move their asses and actually try to do something quickly and with high quality, because this is unacceptable. The releases they got in these past few years has been a shit show. Do you guys remember that stupid vampire game that everybody was hyping up on Xbox? Goddamn, that was a shit show.
Laying people off, canceling all of
Redfall, that was the name of it. Oh my god, it's so, that game was garbage.
Projects in development. Fuck you, by the way. I'm Satya Nadella, and I hope you fucking die. Make sure to continue to support the Xbox brand. Over 70 people were laid off, literally half of the team at Turn 10. So they basically killed the motorsport side of Forza. It's all Horizons from here on out. You hear that, racing fans? No more competition. And as we all know, lack of competition makes for the best products. Guess you could say Gran Turismo finally won the race.
Gran Turismo, I guess they were better.
Okay, that one was pretty bad. This seems to be another common trend. Xbox seemingly transitioning away from making games in areas where it used to be competitive with PlayStation and Sony, perhaps embracing a publisher role.
Obviously, as one of the founding members of the Xbox team, I'm not pleased with where things are today. I don't love watching all of the value that I helped create slowly get eroded away.
Yep. And I don't think that's the fact that, you know, there were too many employees. It's the fact that there's too many employees didn't release anything with them. Let me rephrase it. The issue was the exclusive, the titles, the hardware, the software, everything to A to Z was an epic fail.
Sad because from my perspective, it looks like Xbox has no desire or literally can't ship hardware anymore. So this partnership is about a slow exit from the hardware business completely. Personally, I think Xbox hardware is dead.
I'd like to draw the court's attention.
Let's go. Do you know why it's dead? Because of its exclusives that are shit.
To this wonderful comment. Sometimes I wonder whether it was Microsoft that acquired Activision Blizzard or AB acquired Microsoft. I wonder the very same.
Why?
Well, thank you all for watching. Just kidding. That's not the end of the video.
Oh, no.
You thought it was over?
You stupid.
We're not done. Not even close. Remember
Really?
that studio Microsoft built from the ground up back in 2018? The one that was meant to show they were committed to building their own studios, not just acquiring others? Yeah, it was called The Initiative. It just shut down. Never released a single game. I hate to do it to you folks, but...
Perfect Dark. For how long has it been in development? Number 1. Number 2. Would have anybody played it? Number 3. I rest my case. I don't even name the number 3.
Why didn't anybody take the initiative? Do you honestly expect me to believe that leadership across all of Microsoft's subsidiaries is just consistently having the exact same problem? Am I supposed to think that's just pure coincidence?
Okay, for sure there's management issues as well. There's issues all across the company. Obviously, the ones that get the most affected are the people at the lowest level, because they, they're not, their chances of getting fired is obviously higher. But still, like, it's incompetence at every level. Developers to managers to CEOs, everybody's doing a horrible job, and the results speak for themselves. Like, have you seen Xbox Series S? It looks like shit. Have you seen the exclusive on that console? They look like shit. What else? What can you do with that console apart from it's just a budget option for PlayStation and you can't play the exclusive on PlayStation? That's basically what Xbox Series S is.
But as one trained in the Force, you know that true coincidences are rare.
Of course, along with this studio shutdown, the project they were working on was cancelled too. A Perfect Dark reboot. This one is also somewhat understandable, as the trailer I thought was pretty decent, but clearly something that needed quite a bit more work.
Yep.
And that's the thing. Sometimes projects need to be cancelled. It's having the foresight to be able to do that so you don't waste 7...
And they wasted a bunch of years doing it. They lost so much money. So it's also an issue from the managers for not realizing, okay, it's time to pull the plug on this on this dog, on this sick dog.
Years of everyone's fucking life. If the car isn't moving, stop flooring it, get out and push.
People are pussies, man. People are pussies. Just fire those people, for fuck's sake. Just tell them, it's in the bag, get it out of here. They waited for 8 years to cancel this motherfucker. Right as it was about to release. Fuck that bullshit.
Side note, I've been looking more into the troubled development of Halo 2, and what I learned is quite fascinating. That Bungie was actually working on a couple other projects at the time. But after the E3 demo, it became clear the game needed to be remade. And so, they shut down these other projects and pulled the team to help with Halo 2. One of these projects was described to be way ahead of its time. And sure, we can file that under the what could have been folder, but
yeah, we don't care about that. Halo 2 was a major success, so that was a great decision. And he's trying to draw a parallel between the management decisions from today's day and age and back in the day. Xbox is too successful for its own good. People are not putting that much effort. This is what happens when your company becomes too successful. It either goes into you become complacent and don't care about anymore. It's like, looking at a series that has too much success and then the next season is a fucking dog shit. Dog water bullshit, because they're capitalizing on the fact that their fan base is so big they don't even have to spend any more effort anymore. And guess what? They might stick for next season, but the season after, nobody ain't gonna watch your shit show. Oh.
Time. And sure, we can file that under the what could have been folder, but the important thing is that they got Halo 2 out the door. So this is an example of shutting down a project to allow another to move forward.
Yeah.
You know what that's called? It's called the magic M word, management. We all know what happened with Halo 2. But you need hard deadlines sometimes. You need a guy in there to kind of be a dick and get the tracks rolling. Nobody is safe at Microsoft. That has become abundantly clear.
They are now, but they took their time to reach that conclusion and they lost a bunch of money along the way. So, that's why they shouldn't have been. Basically, the consensus is maybe if they shut down a few studios, the number of 9,000 would have been much smaller because more money would have been made by making better management decisions along the way. I can see the gist of it. Of course, this is a what if situation. We never know what would have happened, but I agree that management decisions were made in a poor fashion for this, but don't get me started on the development of the games. The developers, the managers, everybody included was an L taker.
Not even the
Xbox.
big dick moneymakers, man. King, the creators of Candy Crush, just had 10% of their staff laid off. Seems like we're getting arbitrary percentage.
This is weird. Like Candy Crush is all still crushing it, in my opinion. No, is it still like people are still playing that bullshit?
Isn't it? This is a head scratcher.
This one, yeah.
I need 2 hands to scratch my noggin. It don't make no sense. This is a game that made over $1 billion in revenue last year. $1 billion. This is a game that makes $3 million a day. That's right, sir. Record-breaking profits. But this is fantastic news. The development teams behind this.
This is for sure. I'm like, why? What? Maybe they don't need that much people to work on it anymore because you know, it's a fucking phone game.
Success? Kill them. Kill their families. Bring the corpses of their children to my house so I can use their bones to make my world-famous infant soup. Even Sledgehammer
Infant
got
soup.
hit. Now, this to me is bizarre because I've talked my shit about Sledgehammer games.
Yeah, Call of Duty. They had some poopers. Those stinky poopers. Vanguard. Ooh, does anybody remember Vanguard? Forget about it. Just forget about it. It's bullshit. But they still got some bangers from time to time, and those are making money. Money.
I think they don't make the best Call of Duty games, but it doesn't matter what I think because they still make a shitload of money.
Yeah,
Isn't
they making a bunch of money, those guys.
that what matters more than anything else in this cold, cruel, lifeless business? Generating as many dollars as possible? So if even that's not enough to save
Why they have Beavis and Butthead? This is so stupid.
you, what the fuck is? How much money do you have to make to ensure
That was
job
stupid.
security? This is one of the most valuable companies in the world, and they're still
is.
penny pinching. It's still not.
Maybe they have too many stuff over there. Like they don't need that many. I mean, hey.
Not enough. Just a little. It's like when Mr. Krabs sold SpongeBob's soul for 62 cents.
You think I could have gotten more?
Except instead of having a character arc, throwing the money on the ground and saying, I want SpongeBob, no, I'll take the 62 cents. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
He stuck up for you and you sold him out.
Mr. Krabs is not a parody or a hyperbolic, greedy asshole archetype. Mr. Krabs is the head of Microsoft. Doesn't matter how good your game is, doesn't matter how much money you make.
Look, at the end of it all, Xbox is a small fish in the pond of what Microsoft is. Their revenues are like piss poor compared to the other software and hardware that Microsoft is putting on the table. Okay, let's be honest here. And they were probably made a big review of what's going on in Xbox and realized, fuck it, just cut off some stuff from everybody because and maybe the reason they would take also from the big players is for other departments to not complain about it because nobody's safe, right? And that would create a chain reaction of people panicking who has their job safe, and maybe the remaining staff will actually perform way better than if there were more employees because they are actually working under the guise that their job is not safe and they can be fired at any moment. So maybe that was the train of thought that Microsoft had there. And they were like, I don't care. So Call of Duty is not performing, who cares?
Doesn't matter how good of a fry cook you are. Satya will sell you out for 62 cents. That's what you're worth.
Hey, SpongeBob was not the best fry cook, guys. Do you remember that episode when the best fry cook in Krusty Krab came, and the reason he wasn't working there is because Mr. Krabs was paying him some shit ass money?
Now you can tell things are really bad when other notable developers are coming out and letting their voice be heard. This is...
Yeah, well, what are developers gonna say? Oh my god, I worked on Redfall and I cannot believe I got fired. Boom. Come on, bro, you're delusional.
Mike Ibarra, former president of Blizzard. I'll say that again. Former president of Blizzard
Okay, so this is from another studio. What is he gonna say?
says Xbox definitely wins the Lifetime Achievement Awards for laid off employees over the last 10 to 20
Yeah? So what?
years.
They needed to do it a long time ago. They mismanaged that. And now, like, what did you expect? For them to not lay off people and still keep them so the number will increase next year and become 20,000 or some bullshit?
Gee, well, if COD and Candy Crush are getting hit, I mean, at the very least, nothing else could surprise me, right? Romero Games is now completely closed following Microsoft's cuts, it's claimed. This is the part where we all learned that John Romero, yes, the creator of Doom, Wolfenstein, and pretty much the whole concept of a first-person shooter, the creator of that, was working on a new first-person shooter. Pull the plug. This is the first we even heard about it. They haven't even announced it. Microsoft is probably just too big for their britches at this point. They acquired all these studios and they don't know how the fuck to manage all of them. An employee at Romero Games, speaking anonymously,
Do you think that game would have been good? I'm not sure. I mean, considering all the studios, all the games that were closed off, they didn't look good.
The Games Beat identified Microsoft as the publisher behind the canceled title. It's a very sad day. Romero Games fell victim to the Microsoft layoffs. This was the best team I've ever worked with and my dream job. Gone just like that. It was a great project and it's heartbreaking to see it end. It's nothing less than
Well, show us the footage and then we can decide whether or not it was a great project.
tragic. You can see in people's statements how Microsoft just sucks the life essence and soul out of everything they touch. They are talent poison. If you want your creativity to die, get acquired by Microsoft.
I think at this point, no company should ever allow themselves to be acquired by Microsoft. If you're a gaming company, don't do it. Stay out of it. It's a bad deal. People were saying this during the Activision stuff. Everyone that supported that was wrong completely. If we supported it, we were wrong. This was a big mistake.
Here's what John Romero said. Last night, we learned that our publisher has canceled funding for our game, along with several other unannounced projects at other studios. This was a strategic decision made at a high level within the publisher, well above our visibility or control. We deeply wish there had been anything we could have done to prevent this outcome.
From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-karat run of bad luck.
Bro, does this list ever end? Inside ZeniMax's canceled Xbox MMO, Project Blackbird. SR71 offline.
I don't care. Another title that nobody would have looked into.
I guess. Apparently this was a brand new IP from the Elder Scrolls Online developers.
Does anybody remember Elder Scrolls Online? What a good game was that one. Not.
Hey Phil, we've been supporting Elder Scrolls Online for about a decade now. Can we work on something else?
No.
Another common theme.
Also, could have done a better job with that game. It was a shit show at release.
Rareware? No. That's the Sea of Thieves developer. Raven Software? Call of Duty support team is the accurate term. ZeniMax? Oh, the Elder Scrolls Online guys. This has got to be crippling for morality, because if you get a job at one of Microsoft's subsidiaries, you better love that fucking game, because that's all you're ever gonna work on. Blackbird was gonna have
I'm sorry. They're like, yeah, they restricting creativity, but at the end of the day, it's a fucking job. What do you expect? To have a fun little day working at your stupid ass company, bro? You're gonna go there and fucking make some money. That's what you do. You're gonna eat some shit and make some money. That's what it is all about. There's people that tell me, oh yeah, I'm enjoying my job. Fuck you. Fuck you. Enjoying your ass shit job. Shut the hell up, man. Well, go and struggle like the rest of us.
Similar to the Dark Brotherhood, the Mages Guild. It sounds like a really fleshed out idea and world, part of a brand new IP. But MMOs are high risk, high reward. So it makes it all the more money.
Yeah, MMO nowadays. Can someone show me the last MMO that had success? What was it? Final Fantasy 14, right? When was that released? 2000s and something? Come on. It's a joke. MMOs are dead.
Mind-boggling. Now we can
Oh, New World. How'd that work?
Have headlines like this. Xbox executives were blown away by an upcoming game. Then they canceled it.
It was just, you know, it's like they're being nice and say, wow, that's awesome. By the way, when behind your back they say, oh my god, this is some garbage. It's like when you talk to a woman, you say, oh, you're so smart, and then you say, oh, not really, she's so fucking stupid.
Bird had been in development since 2018. Yep, I'm noticing a pattern here.
But as one trained in the Force?
Apparently, the demo played by Microsoft executives was so fucking good that Phil couldn't stop.
That's a bunch of bullshit. Let's not focus on some bullshit ass, you know, dramatized media, social media story. We all know he didn't care if the result is you got gutted. What do you think he really enjoyed that game? Some bullshit. I think that day he woke up and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make those guys feel like they're on the top of the world, and then fucking fire them. Ha! Losers.
Playing it. They had to take the controller away from him so the meeting could continue. That's how good the game was. This comes from a comment on NeoGaf, so take it with a grain of salt.
Exactly. Grain of salt, please. Put in your sus cap on you. Sus cap on you, because this was one of those ones.
The game had some of the best reactions from folks who played it as a playtest for an.
Oh wow! Really? Is that it? Is you just gonna suck your own dick after you got fired? Look, that game obviously wasn't that good. Okay.
NP focused title that I'd heard from in years. It takes an absolute truckload to have folks heap praise on a multiplayer playtest in modern times. This game would have been spectacular.
I'm gonna go ahead and say cap.
Just a random fan comment or?
Random fan comment.
Or,
do not take it with, you know, seriously. If it was gutted, it was gutted for a good reason.
Disgruntled employee.
Disgruntled employee. Both of them are shit.
Microsoft is like, man, we are so done making good video games. We don't even want to research them anymore. They made cuts to Xbox research. Xbox is shrinking. It's already depleted, limited, and severely underwhelming portfolio of games even further, to the detriment of customers, consumers, and fans. And the staff that make them. Company culture and future prospects, all for the sake of what? Making.
Look at this game. Would you have bought it for $60? I don't think so.
Quarterly profits look better than last quarter's because the arrow always has to go up. It has to go up as far as it possibly.
People complaining, and at the end of the day, hey, you don't want to get fired? Maybe do a good video game, hey? Maybe develop it in less than 10 years, hey? You had 10 years, man. 10 years.
Possibly fucking
You got paid for 10 years, and you had nothing to show for it.
It's so bad they even have to come out and say, guys, please. All our games are safe. From that last showcase, you know how dire things have to be to show off a game 2 months ago and say, no, wait, that one's not canceled. That one isn't canceled. I think that's fucking crazy. I might have to do a follow-up video on Phil Spencer's response alone, because this is already such a massive video, and maybe I just need to get to the finish line. We should try that, huh, Microsoft? Now, to close out this eternal decline of Xbox, the obvious...
Nah. Disagree with that. Perfect Dark shouldn't have reached even half of the line. What was it? The Ever Winter, Ever Wild. Why was it in 10 years of development? That idea should have been thrown to the garbage in the first year of development.
This question, let's answer it. Why is this happening? Well, we could just leave it at greedy...
Bad management. Bad development, people don't care. It's bad performance on all sides of the company, on all spectrums, from small to big.
The asshole corporation and call it a day. But let's dive a little deeper. Microsoft is making these recent cuts because they are all in on the AI race. Microsoft's recent cuts are more significant.
Yeah, and why are they in this AI race? Because they need to develop better games, because what they released so far was a shit show.
Significant when seen as part,
at least that's my opinion,
of a broader pullback as big tech scrambles to reinvent its labor model, experts say. See, who needs people anymore? We're all replaceable by technology. Isn't that great? All this to help finance and fund the $80 billion push into AI infrastructure. I told you AI was going to start ruining video games, and look at what it's doing. They said it'd make game development more efficient. The only thing it's proven to be more efficient at is killing video games. Have all the money, buy all the developers, have all the talent, give them all the time, make zero games.
Have all the money, buy all the developers, have all the talent. Nope. Give them all the time. Bad call.
Fucking dies.
Make zero games because those people did not have the talent and you were mistaken. Fucking dies. That's not the consensus. It adapts, it evolves. That's what happens, and people refuse to accept the fact that this is how it works in these industries.
What's this business strategy called?
They fucked up so many times, and they're getting a second chance. These layoffs, this is a make or break decision. They needed to do it because it would have then been that or a complete shutdown of the whole Xbox franchise. They got it, a few of them. They got it, the important ones, a bit of them. They got it from all places. Point is, I think there is a chance they'll come back.
It hurts. It fucking hurts. And that is it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for a follow-up video to Stop Killing Games, and I think we got to
Stop killing games, guys. Do you think they finish getting the 1.4 million
and the further deterioration of Xbox? I think we got to do that as its own video.
Fallout 76, guys. Does anybody remember that blemish on the franchise?
Microsoft is dead set on this path. They're not turning away. They are going to burn up everything you once loved about Xbox, all to maximize profits and shareholder value. Customers don't matter. We could just replace them with robots too. There is no soul left at Microsoft. It's completely devoid of humanity, and it's feeling like that's the case at Xbox too.
They're just incompetent. They're not soulless, they're just incompetent. And they have been incompetent for years. And this eventually came and beat them by the ass. That's the reality. This is the result.
Feels like Phil Spencer's only job is to fire people. Oh man, Microsoft and Xbox have been shitting the bed for as long as I can remember. This is just par for the course. We would live in a better world if Microsoft didn't own Xbox. And that is the never ever ending decline of Xbox. Thank you all for watching.
Do you guys think they'll come back next year? Not sure about that. I think they'll still shit the bed with the next Halo game. Well, Call of Duty might come up with a banger. Apart from that, I don't know, the other ones. All the studios kind of on a lose streak, to be fair. But yeah, that was Xbox for you guys. Funny, fun. Funny vid. Very good. I disagree with a few takes. You're just saying, oh yeah, Xbox, Microsoft is all at fault, bro. Microsoft are just the punishment dealers. Xbox had so much time to deliver some good shit, and everybody's blaming Microsoft for making so many layoffs. Bro, you had so much time on your ass to do something good with your time there, and you had nothing to show for it. Let's be honest here. That's my opinion. I think that it was par for the course.